welcome back to the process with BST, and today we have Aaron and myself here to talk about the importance of recovery and how a lot of the amateur athletes do not understand the concept of what recovery is.
Yeah, in the world of baseball, recovery is so important, right? Because not only for being able to play in your next game, but being able to work out in your next lift, right? So in terms of baseball, it's so important to be able to recover because whenever we go out there sore, what do we normally do? We hold back, we try to throw the ball slower, and as we know, when we try and change our mechanics due to soreness or we're tired, when we go out there, instead of throwing with 100% force and using correct mechanics to protect your body parts, in actuality, you're going to keep your chest back when you pitch, your elbow's going to get out in front of your face, which you know is a huge part of injuries. And what's happening is that if you can't put forth your best effort in games, you're holding things back, you're actually putting yourself at a greater risk of injury. And in terms of lifting, right, in order for us to get better as humans and get stronger, you have to push yourself to a limit, right? And then what happens when we push ourselves and break ourselves down, we come back stronger. And if we show up to a lift and we're sore, we're aching, we didn't get enough sleep, we didn't get enough nutrients before the lift, we're not going to be able to put forth our 100% effort or put forth our best effort in order to see these changes. So if every single time you come in, you're giving 50% effort, you're not getting better. And I think it, just like Adam said earlier, not enough kids understand this concept of recovery.
Yeah, and going off of what Aaron's saying is that it's not just right after you pitch. It goes from the moment you end pitching or performing in your sport to the next time your sport starts. And there's a lot of time in between there. And I've really noticed it since I started coaching that there is no real recovery program or system involved with a lot of amateur athletes, especially high school and youth, because there are a lot more injuries in that aspect from, I'd say, 11 to about 17 years old. I mean, once you get to college, you have the athletic training staff there to go with you and strength and conditioning coaches. But a lot of these younger kids are in the dark, and a lot of the parents don't understand, and a lot of the coaches don't understand. Usually they say, hey, throw some ice on it, you'll feel better.
But it stops there, right?
Yeah.
So...
Absolutely, yeah, and that's the issue is that, hey, you know what? Honestly, depending on how you feel about icing or not icing, it's up to you. It might feel better, it might help you. For somebody else, it might not. So the biggest thing is that you have to have a recovery program or system, like I mentioned, to help you get back to 100% as soon as possible to get back on the field. Baseball is a long sport. I mean, same with position players. These guys are playing every day, whether it's high school, college, or professional. It's an ongoing thing. It's every day for the spring. And then especially for pitchers because they're throwing over and over and over again at high velocities. So they need to take care of their arm right after the pitch. So whether it's sprints, whether it's arm care with a band and the decelerator muscles, whether it's PNF or stabilization drills, as well as what other type of stuff?
I love just getting in the weight room and lifting. Right, increase your testosterone will in itself will repair your muscles. Right, and like we're saying, it's not only after the game; it's that process from when you finish your game till the next game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also we just came out with articles on how sleep and your immune system help with recovery, and that's a huge factor as well that people don't even think about, that it doesn't have to do with my performance, but in actuality it does. So we've even we have warm-ups for our guys that we've done with our velocity programs, and those guys have done outstanding this season, and even in 2016, in the beginning of, or the end of 2015, it's been awesome, and we're just continually getting it better and mastering it. And now we're getting into our recovery program, which we started to do with our guys, and it's working really well. So we're really happy, and we want to educate everybody on the importance of recovery, because if you don't take it seriously, you're not going to be on the field, and you're going to be on the bench, either injured or sore or not playing because you can't do that stuff. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us at Baseball Specific Training on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'd be happy to answer any questions, and good luck with the rest of the season.